I now invite Ms. Rama, the Chief Executive Officer of Electronic City Bangalore, who's been the driving force, I would say, on the smart city initiatives, the technology, the digitalization activities, initiatives have been taken up at Electronic City. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I think it was a very great learning opportunity for me to listen to all the esteemed speakers on standards. I'll be focusing on what exactly we have done in Electronic City as a user, actually as a as a body which is taking care of all the functions of Electronic City. Next slide, please. Electronic City is about 900 acres. Not able to see the slide. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. The slide is on display, ma'am. Can anyone confirm? Bindu, ma'am, can you confirm?
Yes, yes, ma'am. We can see the slide, ma'am. There might be a delay at your end.
Yeah,
We are seeing the yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not seeing. I'm opening my own slide. No problem. Actually, self-governance. See, the Electronic City is about 900 acres. It's an industrial township declared by the government of Karnataka. This is the first of its kind in India. We have self-governance, participative citizens, and exposure to latest technology. Because we have all big tech companies in Electronic City, and we really wanted to be a model smart city. But we were not part of the smart city list announced by the central government or state government, and we just took it on ourselves to work towards affordable smart city relevant to citizens. We partnered with IAC, Wipro, Tejas Network, Bosch, and other companies. And IAC was our technical advice, and Wipro gave us the platform. Tejas Networks gave the optical devices. Network was installed by us only, and we started with basic platform, and IoT devices were added progressively. And infrastructure like LED lighting, cameras, optical fiber, optical network, signal, traffic signaling, environmental, studies, all were implemented as part of smart city. Next slide, please. So we have e-governance, smart lighting, smart water and waste management, smart parking, smart surveillance, smart traffic management, waste management, complaints management through citizen app, town planning, and also even the environmental monitoring also we have, which I have not indicated here. So that means, somebody was talking about all in silos, lighting, water, different things in silos. But we have brought all of them together on a common platform. It is an iConnect platform of Wipro we have brought in together. Combination of IoT devices with apps from vendors and locally developed apps for specific data for specific data as required. That means, this platform can actually connect already developed apps through APIs and display and further analyze data and display, or we can connect we can take the raw data and analyze them and display. So this is the way we have worked with the IoT devices. Both cases, it was not a straightforward plug and play, because we were not working with standards. Need for adapters and understanding the device protocols, APIs, etc. In the case of using data and devices, we had to integrate data from different vendors. Platform was supporting over 100 protocols so that any IoT vendor can be connected. Next slide, please. So this is how our command center looks. So that means, right from traffic management to waste management, e-toilets, street light management, water management, everything, can be, even the financials, work management, everything, it comes onto the same platform. It has not been completely fully integrated. even the optical video analytics and uh, the related traffic management and everything is also integrated into our network. So what is it about standards for us? There is a need for standardization for both infrastructure and ICT in India is an understatement. Definitely it is required. Smart city spreads across many disciplines of engineering. What I have seen in the last 3 years of actually working with various vendors of different IoT devices is communication, optical network elements, traffic signal, and data to signals, cameras, video analytics, video management software, street lighting, LED, water management, plumbing, electrical combination, electrical and its combination is issue. Civil, mechanical, environmental engineering are also involved. That means, this smart city really spreads across all these domains. That means the standards of various things, like my earlier speakers have told, it is a mammoth task for standardizing everything. And in many cases we have taken existing standards and try to integrate into the system. That's how we have operated. And for example, I'll tell you today, video management software, we have bought cameras from any vendor we can buy, but the video management software, suppose we have put for, let's say, 100 cameras, we have put one video management software. For the next 100 also, we tend to put the same thing. For example, in the case of street lighting, if we have put street lighting from one vendor with a certain certain protocol and things like that, with communication device and all that, we can change it to the other one because we are combining both in the platform. But in the case of video analytics, it is kind of it's a separate entity by itself. So we need to sort of go back to the same person. If the standardization was there, we need not have gone to the same vendor. We could have gone to any other vendor. And even the optical network devices also, we need to really develop more vendors following either the M2M standard, this standard, whatever standards are incorporated into this. So next is, see, for example, it is not only the cameras and the lights and water, digital water meters and these kind of things which we have implemented. Even pavements, cabling for power, optical fiber network, traffic lights, junctions, way junctions operate, parking, also need to be specified. Server requirement, for example, in any smart city, what kind of server arrangement, whether you are going to go to cloud, whether you are going to have it here. I mean, all these things we have actually deliberated ourselves what to do for server, what to do for cabling, how to make sure that the wires are not hanging around like in many cities. It has to be all integrated into inside the pole and things like the simple things like that. For example, even a camera, when it has to be kind of environmental friendly, even when it rains or when maybe even in snows, it should not have any effect on the cameras like that. Paperless office, online financial transactions, internal approvals, work management, project management, people management. Most of these works, each one of them, we have taken and integrated into our command center. So there is a lot of work that is being done, as I heard this afternoon, and I have read in the other articles and all that stuff. Organizations over a period of time for creating standards for smart cities. Number of components are very high in smart city. For example, if you take only electrical or only take mechanical, only take let's say water, there are different standards which are available. But putting everything together, and so many of them are there, it is going to be has varying level. They have varying level of standardization. This real standardization will, in my opinion, will take some time, because I have to first create awareness among the people, And the people who have already developed all those products will take more time to really change their, interfaces and things like that. So what we have done currently is we are working with IISc to pilot IUDX platform, which is an open source, so that the northbound data from our electronic city, which suppose we want to connect to Bangalore smart city or any other smart city, or we want to connect to RTO, want to connect to some other thing, we use this platform which can sort of authenticate and give only the requisite data to the user, or we can get data from them, say police data or whatever. So for example, there is a traffic violation in electronic city. We want to connect that information to the police so that they can find it instead of, because we are not authorized to find. So like that interworking between various departments and also different smart cities can be made easily using this kind of different IUDX kind of platform. I'm not saying only IUDX kind of platforms. And we can sort of, use our data to integrate into the rest of the smart cities and sort of analyze. So from which smart city we can take the best practice to which smart city we can give our best practice. And many small manufacturers have already developed their products and may not want to change unless they have enough business and are mandated by the market or the standard bodies. That means currently all of you are working on, all of the speakers said they were working on many standards and things like that. Unless it is mandated, unless there is enough market for that, the manufacturers will not change we will not sort of easily change to standards. Next slide, please. So also what we have observed is big players in India and world over have their own platforms. For example, in the Wipro, who has given us the platform, their own platform. Siemens have their own platform, or Cisco there has one. The different players will have different platforms. And many times what happens is, in the case of electronic city, what we have done is we have taken the platform and we have the freedom to connect any IoT device or any anything to this platform of our choice. But sometimes it so happens is the platform comes with use cases, applications, and everything. Then it becomes like a kind of a black box, and we will not be able to really do anything with it. That is one of the things which we have done in electronic city is to really demystify smart city. That means we know each of the devices, how they operate, what is the function of that. For example, if we take the waste management piece, suppose we get the real-time daily data on each company, how much dry, how much wet, how much reject waste they are giving. So when some company is giving a lot of reject waste, we can go back and give them feedback saying that your reject waste is too high. You will have to correct this, do some changes, or you are giving too much mixed waste. Or digital water meters are there. Your per capita consumption is very high, so we can do it. So, and if there is a problem with that particular digital water application supplier, we can say that this is not working. We can go and change that. So that means we have a lot of flexibility because we have integrated to the same common platform multiple devices which are relevant to us. Because some of them are not relevant to us, we have left it. Whatever is relevant. For example, environmental monitoring system is relevant to us. We have put 3 relevant monitors. We want signals, traffic signals. Traffic signals are all brought into the common command center, and we are operating the signals from the central command center itself. So these are all possible because we have understood each of the IoT devices. But added to this, if we kind of have all the standards also incorporated, which in my opinion will take some time, it will really make our life much easier to govern the place. And we integrating smart cities and standardization for, say, communication, video analytics, management, e-governance, resource management can be next step. What we are trying to say is it will take time. Implementation of all the standards will definitely take time. In the interim, the northbound data can be connected through IODX, and we can be interconnected with all the cities. And for example, there are very minor things which can be put in the standard, actually mandated for standardization little later. In between, for example, video analytics, communication, for example, whether you use LoRa, whether you use some other GSM, whatever. In fact, we have experimented with GSM, we have experimented with LoRa, we have experimented with Zigbee, and we have done our own way of experimenting. And video analytics, for example, we have to have a standard so that I can plug and play with any other video analytics platform. And e-governance, resource management, all kinds of resource, which is water, electricity, whatever. And these can be the next step. And priority can be generic solutions which are used by many cities, and customized solutions for specific needs of the city may come later. So this is the approach what we feel. While we appreciate development of standard and things like that, we feel there should be a priority on implementation. For example, interconnection is very important. Then major IoT devices, major things should be next, and the minor ones should be the next, which will help, because we can't be waiting for long for all the standards to come and everybody adopting to the standards and implementing the whole thing. So it is a ongoing parallel activity while we are implementing, and as and when the standards are adapted, we can sort of make use of it. And another thing I want to tell you is we have been offering our ELSITA test bed, or the smart city platform, as a test bed for many vendors who want to test their products or applications and things like that. And even when we tender out for things, we say that they have to do a proof of concept here so that everything works fine. Same way, if there are standards that are getting developed, M2M or BIS or whatever, I really would like to say that our electronic city platform is available as a test bed, and it is completely fully equipped and furnished. Equipped, and we are all very enthusiastic to sort of participate in the standardization activity. And so while we want to do progressively, we are open to use it as a test bed. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I can answer.
Thank you very much, ma'am.